I want you to really restructure, relook at the way that you do morning huddles and the reason behind them. It's not just for you. It's not just for the team. It's to help everybody win. It's help the players do a great job. It's to help our patients come into amazing energy. And it's for us to have a full, a well-rounded, a holistic way of looking at how do we bookend our day and make sure that we're winning every single day. Hey docs, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day today and that this will be an amazing week for you. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that has been coming up a couple of times. And first of all, don't mind the beeping and the noise behind me. My neighbor is actually pouring a driveway, and so there might be some beeping, but that's okay. We're going to get through this. So I want to talk to you today about huddles and the importance of huddles. This is something I haven't really done a video on before, and I talk with my clients when I'm out there to see you guys or at events even. And this is the thing that kind of baffles me the most, because if you're not having any huddles whatsoever, then you're actually missing out on some really, really powerful times and opportunities to connect with your team. But I'm going to talk to you about taking your huddles to a whole new level. See, I know that most of you are doing some sort of huddle, whether it be a weekly huddle or hopefully at least a daily huddle. But I'm going to talk to you about taking it from good to really good to amazing, or good, better, best, as I've said before in my trainings. So I know this might push a few buttons, and I know there's going to be some excuses of why this can't happen. But let me talk to you through my logic for just a moment here. Because as you know, I don't play a lot of sports, but I do use sports analogies. So I'm going to talk to you about this situation within a sports analogy. So I'm going to go from what I think is the most ideal situation you could possibly do and get the biggest bang for your buck, all the way down to, man, if you do anything, at least do this. Okay, so the thing I'd like you to do that I think would get the most bang for your buck is having a morning huddle, having an evening huddle, and, hold your breath, an afternoon huddle. That's right. 3 huddles in a day. I know. Dino, what are you thinking? What I'm thinking is that if there's no better way to make sure that your team is on pace throughout the day, keeping the energy up, keeping everybody's spirits up, and also being able to correct where correction might be needed. So let's talk about it one at a time. First of all, I want to make sure that every single one of your huddles, at least the morning huddle or the evening huddle, has some sort of celebration with it. We need to have some positivity and some excitement about, hey guys, we're rocking this. Things you don't want to do in a huddle, though, are point out just the negatives, especially in your morning huddle. This is a mistake I see a lot, where you will know that somebody's coming in today. Sally's coming in today, everybody. Remember last time Sally came in, oh my gosh, it was such a pain, and oh man, or Sally's mom, even worse, right? And you start talking about it, and it starts doing that little gossipy moment of everybody like, oh my gosh, oh yeah. And you set the tone, the pace for negativity until Sally gets here, which, by the way, you're just setting up Sally for failure, even though she hasn't even done anything. She hasn't even shown up yet, but you're already setting that up. And then once she does get there, it's like, hey guys, yeah, Sally's mom's here. And it's this weird negative vibe and feeling that you don't need to start off your day. You need to start your day with positivity, with what's going to happen and how we're going to win the day. You see, when we start our game, right, when we start the game, everyone is starting with the same intention. We're going to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win. And our intention, our focus, our commitment is to win. Now, this brings up a really important part about the morning huddle. Morning huddles are required. It's not a suggestion. You don't have the football players just willy-nilly walking at the football stadium whenever they want. If the game's supposed to start at 12, they're there at 11, right, to make sure they're ready for the game to start. They're warming up. They're getting ready. They're getting everything in order so they can start at 11. So if you don't have a practice of making sure that your team knows they need to be here at a certain time because we're starting huddle at a certain time, and that includes you, that includes any of your management, everybody who's going to be involved in the huddle needs to be there at the huddle in the morning at whatever time it is to start. We also want to make sure that it's not a matter of this is a loosey-goosey thing. There's a great book called Meetings Suck. And that book talks about the reason why most people don't like meetings is because there's no organization or no structure. And I want to make sure that yours is structured and organized with both the celebrations, what's going on today, what are some challenges, and role playing. This is a perfect time to do a role play. It's very simple role play. If I've been out to your office before and I've even done the Why Are You So Amazing training, do just 2 minutes of Why Are You So Amazing, a minute each or 30 seconds each. It's going to raise the bar. Why are we doing this? We're setting the morning huddle up. It's not for you. I mean, that's a piece of it. But the morning huddle is really for your clients so that when they walk in, they walk into an energy of we are on, we got this, and they feel a difference when they walk into the room. Now, the second huddle that I suggest you do every single day is your afternoon huddle. That's right, after lunch huddle. This is so that we can go to our halftime of our game day, right? And maybe something didn't go so well the first part of the day, or maybe we're falling behind, or maybe we've had an amazing beginning of the day and we want to make sure that that carries over. This afternoon huddle allows us to have the time to regroup, to reconnect, and to see how we can adjust for the rest of our day. Maybe the day hasn't been going as well as we thought. Maybe we've fallen behind. This is our chance to not talk about it and be quiet or be frustrated about it and just get more frustrated about it. It allows us the time to be able to say, hey guys, so what happened here? How can we correct this? We need to get back on track with this. Okay, cool, we're good, go. And now we've connected to the team. Number one, addressed the problem and not just like acted like it wasn't even there. And we actually helped the team get back on pace. The other reason why this is so important is because, again, it's not necessarily just for you, it's for your patients. For most offices, the busiest time of the day is after lunch, around the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock area. Well, what happens after you eat? You just had all those carbs or you ate that, carcass and it's digesting in your stomach. All the blood's rushing down there. We get tired. We lose our energy. And so this is a time for us to pick up the pace again, talk about some great stuff that's going to happen, rally the troops, and get us back in the game on the field so that we can let our patients come in to, again, a whole different energy of feeling like, oh my gosh, these guys are always on. These guys are ready to go. Then you've got your evening huddle. Your evening huddle allows you, of course, to talk about the day. How did it go? Bring out the scoreboard. If you've been through the training yet on keeping a score and talking about a scoreboard, then it's your time to be able to look at the scoreboard and say, okay, like how many wins did we get today? How many new patients did we get today? How many new exams did we get today? And you can make up the things you want to do. I don't suggest doing crazy amounts. Like I think anywhere between 8 to 12 is 12 is a lot to me. I want to make sure there are things that actually move the needle and actually show us the progress, because you cannot grow unless you measure your progress, right? We must be willing to measure all of our progress so that we can take it to the next level. But this is your opportunity to do that. Your opportunity to point out great things people did to that day. Your opportunity to talk about, hey, you guys ready for tomorrow? This is what's going to happen. Make sure everybody's on the same page, whether it be uniforms or whether it be times or locations. And so we can know, or who's not going to be there. So we got to make up for it. We got to make sure we pull the weight of the other person who's not going to be there. All that stuff allows you to cap the day. Now, here are some of the objections that I get with especially evening huddle. Well, Dino, I don't want to pay overtime. Or Dino, I have people who they want to get out of there because they got to get to their babysitters, or they want to get home, or they want to beat the traffic. Got it. Wonderful reasons and wonderful excuses. None of them trump the importance of you having an evening huddle. Like, what are we doing here if we're not keeping score every single day? What are we doing if we're not actually looking at how we won the day? At the end of the football game, no one goes, well, I don't want to look at the scoreboard. I'm going to leave before it's over. No, you're looking at the scoreboard. You're actually seeing who won. What were the good things? What were the bad things? We need to review what happened for that day. So if you have to adjust your schedule to make sure that we end at a certain time so everybody gets out on time, and that's including the 5 minutes beforehand so we can do our huddle so we don't have to worry about overtime, then we do that. Now, here's something that's going to happen, I promise you. A lot of people are going to push back. You might even start pushing back at first about the idea that we're going to have to pay overtime because no one can get together on time and get us in and out of there on time. It just can't happen. Well, it can't happen because you're in the habit of not having it happen. But if you create the habit of making it happen, then you're going to be able to get everybody on time. You're going to go through it. You're going to know what to do. Again, you have an agenda for that meeting. It's just not willy-nilly. It's not like we're all standing around staring at each other. We're actually using the time to make sure. Now, this is your time also to do assignments. So like in the beginning of the day, when you talked about the great things that are going to be going on, or you role played, at the end of the day, you get to talk about certain assignments, well, especially when it comes to your core values and keeping them at the top of mind. So you can say, all right, Susie, you're going to tomorrow, I want to make sure that you focus on, you give us 3 reasons in the morning of how you made this the best part of your patient's day, or how you had radical integrity throughout the day, or give us one of the core values that you want to focus on. You're handing out an assignment so they're ready for it the next day. You can do that in the morning huddle too, but it's really nice to give them some time to think about it. So then the other thing is going to be their time, right? They're going to be pushed back up, but I got to go to the babysitter, or I've got to beat the traffic, or whatever that is. You know, I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter is, if we're all on the team, then we all play till the game's over, till that bell dings, right? You don't see football players who are like, hey, I got a date with my hot wife, or I just want to go out, or even this game sucks, I want to leave early. I know I hear that out there, right, from some of you. It's like, well, you know, your clinic team, or your assistants, or whoever, they're like, hey, there's nothing for us to do, so I'm just going to go home early. Some of you don't even get a notice of that. They tell someone else, is supposed to tell someone else, supposed to someone else, and then it gets back to you, right? That's not what a team is. A team finishes the game together until that final whistle blows, and then we actually get together after the whistle to talk about how it went. You can go to the little league practices. You see teams get together at the end of a game there, all the way up to professional sports. It is so important for you to end your day and end it on a positive note. Even if the day was kind of hard, even if everybody struggled. Hey, you guys, you know what? I'm proud of you for doing it. I'm proud of you for being here. I know we struggled, but we're going to have an amazing night tonight. We're going to do even better, and you get to talk them up that way. So I want you to really restructure, relook at the way that you do morning huddles and the reason behind them. It's not just for you. It's not just for the team. It's to help everybody win. It's help the players do a great job. It's to help our patients come into amazing energy. And it's for us to have a full, a well-rounded, a holistic way of looking at how do we bookend our day and make sure that we're winning every single day. I hope that helped out. I hope you guys had a good time with that. A little bit longer of a video today, but man, I'm passionate about this. I think that it is such a sorely missed opportunity for those of you who are not doing huddles, let alone not seeing the power of all 3 huddles. Again, if for whatever reason you want to build up to 3 huddles, that's fine, but at least have 1 huddle, then go to 2, and then 3, and go from there. All right, have an amazing week, everybody. We will see you on the next video.